and we are going to take a look at bisected mistakes. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve a problem that many kids in our math class got incorrect on our last math test. It's actually because it actually stumped a lot of people. Here's what the problem is. So, triangle RMS is shown. Find segment SK if the whole thing SR is 9 units. So what we have to do first is set up an equation. Many kids got this incorrect is because the way that they set up their equation. Because if you set up an equation that's incorrect, you'll get to an incorrect answer, will make you lose points on your math quiz or your math test. So if you do something wrong now, it will then affect what's going to happen later. So here is what many kids do. They confuse the entire triangle to say, well, this is 9, but they confuse it to say, if these two are angle bisectors, then these two are going to be congruent, these two angles. So that also means that these two are going to be twice the size of 9, where this is a midpoint, and this is 4.5 and 4.5. Many kids get that incorrect because we can't say that that's a midpoint. We can't say these are cut in half because we have a 6 and an 8. That would make the problem incorrect. So let's do the right way how to do it. So how can we get the correct answer? Well, we already understand that these two, here's KM, is an angle bisector, which does mean that these two angles are going to be congruent. And there's only one condition where we can say that. What we have to do is, yes, set up an equation, but we have to do it by proportions. So here is what's going to happen. We are going to put 6 and we're going to put 8 on both sides. The reason why we're going to do that is we're trying to find 6 is going to be compatible with SK and 8 is going to be compatible with KR. So what we have to do is have SK here and KR there. But if the whole SR is going to be a whole thing of 9, what are we going to do? Well, we're trying to find SK in the first place, so we're going to put that X right over there. But in order to find what X is, we have to find the difference between 9 and X. So what are we going to do now? Well, what we can do is we're going to say 9 minus that by X. The reason why is if we do 9 minus whatever we got for X, we'll get our X, and that will solve the problem to find SK. So here's what we're going to say. We are going to say X to divide by 6 is going to be proportional to 9 minus by X. So now we have to find the proportions and find out what X is. So 6 times 9 is going to be 54. And 6 times negative X is going to be negative 6X. And if we do that, we have 8x. So now we have the same parts, but in a different form. What we can do now is work together to get what x is. So if we add by 6x, and we add by 6x, we are going to be getting 54 equals 14x. Divide by 14, divide by 14, and x is going to be a fraction of 54 over 14. We can simplify that to 27 over 2. No, 27 over 7. The reason why is we don't want decimals. In high school, your teacher will not allow decimals. So that is going to be our answer for x. So the segment SK is going to be 27 divided by 7. That is our answer. factors that make math a bit more harder than it has to seem, or factors that increase the probability of getting the problem incorrect on your quiz or your test or losing points. The first one is setting up the equation wrong. Even though you know the math and you set the problem up wrong, it's going to domino effect to get an incorrect answer. Not only that, but did you know math has the highest probability out of all the subjects, just like physics and chemistry, to actually get an incorrect answer? The reason why is you're doing a lot of steps and you're doing a lot of math, but sometimes your brain forgets where you are, or you accidentally have a simple math error, or simple math error, MSE, a SME. And if you make one small error, like you add or multiply wrong, that's going to affect the entire problem. Also, many kids get things more wrong, or have a higher chance of getting things wrong, of what we did right here. We got the correct answer, but the problem is, if you move like step 1 here to step 2 here, but then move step 3 all the way up here, then it's going to be hard to follow, but also your math teacher is going to have a tough time to follow. No joke, but even professional math people do this too. Is just like this person right over here, right over there, that's Terrence Tao, world's greatest mathematicians. Even they make mistakes. Like, they sometimes do things incorrectly. Like, they might multiply or add, or they might distribute wrong. Math has a high probability of getting things incorrect because there's a lot you can show and there's a lot of steps. Also, if you put all your work in different disorganized ways, that's a higher chance of actually having it incorrect. So that is how we can make mistakes. So, I hope this video has helped you understand bisected mistakes. And I hope those who learn from this video understand what they got from the problem on the test. Thank you for watching Helping Analyze Math Industry. Like and subscribe.